Anand now. What are his memories with Father Denzel?
Hello everyone.
Yes.
I think all the other speakers have touched on so many things of Father Denzel, and actually, I echo the same thoughts. Father Denzel has actually touched all of us, I think, in his own unique way, and this has been happening through the ages. And if you see among the crowd who is there, other than Rajesh, I am his oldest student over here. So I know Father Denzel for the last 25 years. We actually lovingly call him as Father D, not Father Denzel, just Father D. And that is how we have been calling him from all these years. Officially, he has taught me chemistry, but unofficially, he has taught me many lessons in life. And again, the same thought was raised by something. Father Denzel, me and my classmates have always considered Father Denzel to be a visionary and a person ahead of his time. And it was so amazing to see how he could switch between so many different fields, from running that computer center of excellence to chemistry to running a B school. He has been really awesome. He has been instrumental in the growth of St. Aloysius institution and inspiring generations of students, we could say.
I will now go to the techie turned film actor, Prabhu.
Hello, everyone. I did my graduation Aloysius from 2006 to 2009. I was a microbiology student. Exactly, I agree with Brian, Dikshit sir, and Anand sir as well. 3 minutes is actually not enough to say about Father Enzil. I mean, it's very little of the time. But I can tell one particular instance which actually made a lot of difference. Not just difference, I in fact even apply it even now. As you all know, my graduation was from 2006 to 2009. So 2008 and 9 was year of recession. We all know that. So we had this science fest called as Imprints. And you know what used to happen during this Imprints is we had to go to the sponsors with a pamphlet or something like that, and we had to request them to sponsor for the event. And that year, unfortunately, what happened was everybody had this reasoning saying that, okay, it's a year of recession, we can't do anything. People are in fact thinking to give even 500 and 1,000 rupees that year. And for us, it was like something new. I mean, like we are not exposed to something like that, right? We had our own presentation, very amateurish, but we had our own presentation, took father's help because he was too good with the computers, and we did our brochures and all. Then we go to places. We were just returning with nothing in our hand. But then, we knew I was the finance coordinator, and I knew that, we need so much to do things. There was a time, there is one saying in Kannada, Devru Kotru Pujari Beda Anta. So, what happened once? I go to Karnataka Bank, I meet some general manager, and I give all the brochure and all. I present it as if too professional for that level, and I just talk to him. We have so many things, and your Karnataka Bank logo will come everywhere. That this and all. He was not bothered about the whole thing, and he was like, he just heard, and he was like, no, we don't have any budget for this and all. I was totally devastated because that was the last hope, Karnataka Bank, and I came to father, and father was like, okay, do one thing. He gives me a number, and he asked me to call this person, and I asked, what is his designation? He's chairman, Anant Krishna sir. He was chairman then, and I was like, father, are you sure? Can I talk to chairman directly? He was like, go and talk to him. I was very scared because I was 18 then, and directly talking to the chairman of Karnataka Bank, I was really scared. But somehow I made myself mentally strong, and I just go to the chairman's office, and I got the appointment and just entered the chairman's office, and I explained the same thing, the same procedure of giving him the brochure and talking to him. I mean, of course, chairman then would have thought that okay, a kid has come from this college and all. But I explained the whole thing, and I told about the whole event and all. I don't know what he saw in me. He immediately sanctioned a check of 2 lakhs rupees. And that was quite shocking for me. People talk about recession everywhere. And all of a sudden I go to the chairman and I go and I explain the same thing, whatever I explained to even the smallest of smallest people then. And this man gives me so much. Okay, I come back to Father Enzil. I was shocked. And I get this check in front of Father Enzil. Father Enzil, what just happened? He just told me one thing. Always go to the biggest people. You don't lose anything. You don't lose anything. And till date, I have been applying the same thing. If I want something, I just go to the highest authority and I just try doing things. We don't lose anything. So this is one small example of life, what Father Enzil taught me then, and I've been applying that every now and then. And there are so many of thoughts like that. Maybe there are few thoughts what he had told about personal life as well. In the nuptial mass, he actually preaches, right? So I don't know. Father used to tell me in Bible, they say, it's always 50% giving and 50% you get back, something like that. But Father always used to preach that it is always 100% you should give. And you expect nothing, but you do get something out of it. So I apply that in my personal life as well, Father.
Father, your students have shared their memories, and I'm sure many of them, maybe many of them watching the show, which, as you said, students from Australia or US could not join because of the time gap that we have. Yeah. I'm sure the students who have shared the memories and out there would like to listen from you the reactions for their memories.
Yeah. Very nice. I'm very happy that my friends have shared so many beautiful experiences, memories. And Anand was a great basketball player. And, when he did his engineering, he was the captain of the basketball team of the university, I think. And then he also got a rank. So I used to always quote his example. So you could be very good in athletics and in sports, and at the same time in your academics. And he is a good example of that. Others mentioned about what is that dog? No, I've got good number at the moment. I don't have much. There are 3 dogs here, but they are good friends. But those days I named these dogs at Kilobite, Megabyte. Then went on. I would like to narrate one story. I had a black dog. Mostly black dogs used to come there, I remember. And then once I was on a Sunday, I was preaching in the church chapel there. And I started saying that I have a black dog. I will try to. Suddenly, this black dog came right across, right on top where I was preaching. He came to right on top where I was preaching. Then I said, I'm talking about this dog, I said. And the dog stood there, laid there for some time till I finished my sermon. After that, he went back. So this is a good memory of a dog. And as I said, Munkur said, I used to have a bunch of keys and then ring them immediately. Dogs would come and meet me. And they used to be in my office also. So those are some of the experiences. One more thing also I was always telling, especially at the PUC and degree level also, you use 2 kinds of pens, a red pen and a blue pen. Red pen to write all the equations and then maybe some of the important points. And I was surprised 2 years back, one of my old students who is in Bombay, who is working, Father, do you remember you used to tell us to use 2 pens? I still use 2 pens. And then I tell others also to use 2 pens. Because these are some of the strategies which students need to learn. And as Anand said, I used to be very strict in the laboratory. Yes, laboratory I used to really scream sometimes because we used to have competition. Mr. Somayaji used to be in the other laboratory and I used to be in one laboratory. He also used to scream and I also used to scream because students, so negligent. They were not adding exact amount, especially while titrations, etc. But sad to say, our education has become just memorizing. These days also, I listen to students, the moment they're chemistry, then I ask them questions. Though I have not taught chemistry for the last now 15 years or so, I still remember chemistry as analysis. I ask them, what happens, etc. This brown gas is there. What is the brown gas? They do not know. This is unfortunately they are memorizing for examination. They are not really understand true chemistry, what is happening. So that's why I wish I can go back now, because when we were teaching, we did not have the facilities we have now. Every student's internet access, all these are available, and they can learn so much more than what they would have done years back. So I really wish I can go back and teach chemistry again, and then bring in all the facilities which are available to students these days. I'm very happy that, see, one more thing, what I'm doing is, see, people are saying, how is that you look young and all? There is a secret, but nobody wants to follow the secret. I get up every day at 4:45, then do exercise for 20 minutes in my room, then of course mass and meditation, etc. In the evening I walk again for half an hour, and I never played TT in my life. About 4 months back I said, let me start TT, because otherwise you're left out, because older, no. So I've started playing TT now. Afterwards for half an hour I play TT, and it's very important as we grow older to keep ourselves busy. Unfortunately these days, people don't do. And also exercise is very important. Most of you are working, sitting all the time. Unless you do exercise, you cannot shed your weight. And very important that as you grow higher up, then you are slim, and then you control your diet and do work. You need not do pumping exercises to become but certain 20 minutes of exercise is very important to survive. And see, we have heard about Puneet, actor, a young person, and doing exercise only, he passed away. So therefore, we need to be careful also while doing that. So I'm very happy that my students have been there. They have shared their beautiful memories, and I also cherish so many other memories. And I'm very happy that all of them and many more around the world are doing well in life, and that makes me very happy.